Steven is the man with the hat and the metal detector. Whoa, whoa. Walking the land, he's a treasure collector. Whoa, whoa. Metal detecting and digging lots of holes, looking for anything that's old. New videos every week, so please subscribe.
Morning, it's wet and cold. We've just had a blooming heat wave for nearly a week, 31 degrees. And this morning I'm on one of my highest emissions where it's windy and wet. Mark behind me is using his Minelab, and I've just got my first signal here which I want to share with you. I've also got a very important message to bring with you this morning. This is either going to make my YouTube or it's going to kill it. I'll leave that for you to see. Meanwhile, listen to the signal! Wow, doesn't that sound cracker? Live dig. It's got to be a live dig. Right, I'm excited to see what this could be. First target today was a piece of foil. This is the second target. And I'm on a permission 100 acres, which I've only been to about 6 times before. 2 years ago, I gave it up because there's nothing here. My home permissions are really, really bad. But my coastal permissions, which are great, are all in crop, so I've got no choice. Stood in the hole, marked on the target as well. Now then, oops. I've got my new probe sent to me to test by Pete at Leisure Promotions. Right, you can do tone or pulse to suit yourself, and you can change the depth as well. Oh, looks like we're getting closer. What could it be? Now, did you guess the tone? We're getting there. Now, before I show you it, guess what it is? Let me show you again. Got that? Showing 92. I know what I think it is. Let's see if you get it. I like playing this game with you guys because you're usually very good at it. So, hope you're having your guess. Don't change your mind. That wouldn't be fair. But let's see. Oh no, I was wrong. Now, I thought it was a copper coin. Never mind. Did you get it right? Looks like it's probably a medication bottle top. Something like that. Look at the weather behind me. Isn't that miserable? And it's raining as well. Just can't believe we've just come out of a heat wave. Even last night in bed it was terrible. By the way, I've got a really good tip. I'm thinking of making a video about this. But do you ever get hot in bed at night and you can't sleep? Now, sleeping is really uncomfortable. Your bedroom, unless it's downstairs, is usually warmer than downstairs rooms. This is what we do. We leave the bedroom door open to the landing and we open the loft space hatch. And all the heat rises and it goes into the loft and disappears. It's worked wonderful. Anyway, I hope that helps. Next signal. It's not very strong. It's got a slight meow to it, which is a good indicator. Well, there's only one way to find out what it is, so let's do another live dig. Right, let's see if it sounds any better now. Hang on, it's a nail. Right, okay, my finding today so far is a nail. Okay, guess the target time. It's in the plug. Oh, yep. Reading 80. Yep, 80 on the DDI. 81. We've heard this sort of noise before. So let's have a guess. Guess what it is? Are you ready? Right. It's there. So this was one hand. Saves me putting the camera in the ground. Are you guessing? Don't change your mind, will you? Do you recognise that tone from before? Come on, where are you? It's out. It's out. It's out. Where is it? It's only small, whatever it is. Oh, look at that. A little piece of lead. It looks like it could be a spindle whorl. I've never seen one quite like that before, or that small. Actually, I have seen one that small, but not that shape. It looks like there's a hole through the middle. That might well be a spindle whorl. If so, that's my first one this year, and it's blooming the 23rd of June. And I've only found 2 hammies this year as well. I'm not going to find any of those here. So, were you right? Well, I'll accept lead. Whatever it was, I'll accept lead. Did you say lead? Well done if you did. Well, Mark's busy in the wind and the rain over there. Looks like he's on a target. I'm having a great day. I haven't been out for a few weeks now with Mark digging. You can see it's still misty and hazy. And it's raining. Well, 5 minutes later and the sun's trying to burst through the clouds. It's getting significantly warmer, but I am sheltering behind a brick, it's not a brick wall, a Yorkshire stone wall. But I do want to have a serious conversation with you because I'm actually unsure as to where I want to take my channel next. I took the summer out. Those of you who remember, I put a statement up saying I was taking some time out to have some personal time with my family, my new grandchild, because for 3.5 years I've brought you a video every single Saturday and some others as well during the week, and it's been really difficult to do that. Not to mention it's also been quite costly. I've spent loads of money on equipment, on materials, on travelling, learning how to bring better and better editing to you so you enjoy my content. I know lots of you do. I know nearly 9,000 people at the time of making this video are my subscribers who enjoy watching. I don't understand why some people subscribe and unsubscribe. I don't understand that. I never have understood it. If you're going to subscribe to me, it's because you like my videos or the personality that I have on the videos with friends and things. I don't understand why people unsubscribe. So that's always confused me. I took it personally at first, so you'll forgive me if I'm rambling on a little bit now, but I do have another concern, and that's the direction that I want to take my videos. Because I now want to start to do more which pleases me, rather than trying to please you all the time. I've tried to get you to help me spread the news of my channel and grow my membership, my subscribers, so I can earn more money from the Google AdSense revenue, because it costs you nothing to subscribe. I only get paid by watch time, the number of minutes you spend watching. And why should you care about what I get paid? Some people hate the fact that I get paid and won't watch or will unsubscribe just because I can make some revenue. Well, let me give you some facts, because I really need your help and support. But first of all, you've got to understand. The reason I'm doing what I'm doing now is not for the money, and it's not for me. You need to understand that. I'm 60 years old. I don't need to do this. I do it because I enjoy it. And because when I was 50 years old, or just before I turned 50, I decided, after losing 2 close relatives to cancer, that I was going to do something radical to try and do my bit to help. I made a stupid comment, and sometimes I wish I hadn't. I said off the cuff, without knowing how I was going to achieve this, that I'm going to raise £50,000 for cancer research in memory of the ones we've lost and loved. I had no idea how I was going to do it. I had no plans. I was a bit fat. I'm getting fatter again now because I've stopped running. I lost 4 stone because I started going to the gym, but more importantly, I started running. I ran 9,000 miles in 7 years, from the age of 50 to 57. I set personal best records which would have made a 30-year-old look silly. But I wasn't really making anything from doing that apart from gaining some health, some fitness and losing a lot of weight. And then I started running miles. Then I started running pounds for miles. Companies would sponsor me. One company called Comfort Castle Stairlifts at Stoke-on-Trent, look them up, but gave me 4 lots of £1,000 and loads of publicity. Great guy called Keith. So if you need anything in the mobility area, he's the one I would recommend because he did a lot for me. I've also had Park Resorts and other big companies give me £500 or £1,000, multiples of, frequently throughout that seven years I was running. The recession hit, the bad times hit. I never took money from individuals because I don't want people to say, oh, here he comes again, going to ask us for money. So I never accepted or took money from individuals because I didn't want them to think of me as a bucket shaker, but a bucket rattler. So when the company stopped giving me money, my fundraising stopped. My pledge was to raise £50,000 for cancer research, something which affects more than 1 in 3 of us. I think it's it affects 1 in every 2.75, I think, people on this planet. 10 years ago, it was 1 in 4, and then 1 in 3, and it's now less than 1 in 3. So it makes my cause even more important. So when I tell you that I get paid for making YouTube videos in AdSense, advertising revenue, it costs you nothing at all to subscribe and to watch my videos, or to share to get me other viewers to help that cause. But some people don't like it. Now, after 3.5 years with nearly 9,000 subscribers, do you know what I got paid just this last week for 3 months of views? 3 months, 12 weeks of views. £77. £77. That's not even matching what I've spent this last 3 months on new equipment. Even selfie sticks to hold the camera. I go through loads of them. You know, it's my 5th Panasonic camera which keeps packing up. Excuse me. The cows are showing an interest in Mark and he's making a beeline for me. He's scared of cows. Anyway, I want to bring this serious message to you. I want you to enjoy my videos and like them and share them because you like my videos, not because you feel obliged to help me raise any money. But please do, if you like a video, please share it with other people who you think might like it. And I'm going to say this to you too, without mentioning any names apart from one, because I can't get done for libel or anything else. Because I can't get done for slander if I mention this person's name. But there are 3 people in particular who really do not deserve the number of subscribers and the money they make for themselves from YouTube revenue. One is Relic Hunting Scotland. He is now admitted to being a paedophile and a child rapist, and yet he's got 27,000 subscribers. You hardly ever see his face. It's been rumoured that he bought all his stuff. For years it's been rumoured he bought all his stuff off eBay and planted. People are publicly saying that that's what he does. And yet 27,000 people subscribe to him. There's another YouTuber, quite a big one in the UK, who has said to me, you should stop trying to be famous. He's only around 30 years old. I'm 60. I have been on TV and the news and the media before he was even born, for heaven's sake. And he's threatened to have me put on my back, beaten up, without him even leaving his premises. Which means he's probably got some monkeys that'll do it for him. And just recently, Digging Brit. 50,000 odd subscribers, but millions and millions of views. How does she do it? She has a particular couple of assets on all her videos. And the person who shoots her video shoots down her cleavage all the time. That's how she gets her views. She's got no talent whatsoever, though some of you might disagree with that. And I don't mean to sound as though I'm jealous, envious, or whatever the case may be. I just don't understand how some people have so many YouTube subscribers or views, when in fact I know they don't put the effort into it through delivering good quality entertainment, knowledge, or whatever. Now Mark's over here listening to this and he's thinking, oh dear, this ain't going to go down very well, because these sort of rants are either going to make your YouTube popular or it's going to cause a problem and kill it. Well, to tell you the truth, what you done to him, Mark? They're all running away from you.
Good.
Maybe it was something you said. So look, don't consider this to be a rant. I wanted to have 5 or 10 minutes with you during one of my recent videos to explain where I've come from, my history. You know, 9,000 miles running in 7 years to try and raise £50,000 for cancer research. Or I didn't mention, £34,000 I managed to get. Since that, with the numerous Just Giving pages I've got, I've now got £41,000 with the gift aid included. So I've made a fair bit of money, but from my own means, not from YouTube revenue. I just can't make any money from YouTube revenue. If you would like to help me just get some awareness for cancer research, you haven't got to give any money. Honestly, I'm not after your money. All I'm after this, if you like my videos, or you like a video in particular, share it. Invite others to watch it. Get me more subscribers, because more subscribers, more people watching the videos can eventually put me in touch with the right person who will just say, I've got an idea. How about if we do this, and it'll take me to the £50,000 in a blink with you doing nothing apart from sharing or telling your friends about it. If you subscribe, please don't unsubscribe. And if you do subscribe, please watch. You know, view time is what actually makes the revenue. And as I said, £77 I just got paid for 3 months of last views. And I've been doing this for 3.5 years. So I'm wondering what my future is. Well, I'm going to tell you now. And my immediate future is I'm going to start doing more of what I like. I'm fed up with people saying, oh, I don't like your ring videos. You'll dig a coin up and make a ring out of it. Tough. I found it, it's my YouTube channel. If I want to make a ring and put it on YouTube, I'm damn well going to. And I don't care what you think. You don't have to watch that video, you can watch another one. So I've just started doing some diving with snorkel and a camera underwater. Disaster. £900 iPhone. Pop. It went in 10 seconds. Another £900 it's cost me. They're supposed to be waterproof to a meter for 5 minutes according to Apple. And when I took it back under warranty, they didn't want to know. You know, you don't know what I put into this channel, but I really would appreciate your support. If you don't want to support me, and you want to unsubscribe from my channel because of what I've just said and mentioned those names, please do so. And if you want to know who those other other person I'm talking about, out of those 3, I'm not going to tell you, but you'll know who it is, and he'll know who he is too. So, please don't compare me with anybody else. I'm not like anybody else. I'm not going to do stuff for popularity. Popularity is an ugly ambition. Just to be popular on YouTube is an ugly ambition. It's not attractive to look at. I want you to enjoy my videos. And if you don't, then don't subscribe. And if you don't like what I've just said, goodbye. Wave goodbye to the ones that are leaving, Mark. Right, let's carry on digging. I'm never ever going to mention this again, but please do try and help me where you can. Yeah, Mark's just made a joke about the cows. Anyway, look, he's just dug this up, and he said he nearly had a heart attack. I can see why. Look at that. Maybe it's been gold plated. I could gold plate that for you. Clean it off and gold plate it and plant it. No, we can't talk about planting, can we?
Yeah.
No, we can't talk about planting. Not like some other YouTuber. And they're waiting for us to go back in the field. Let's go.
Go.
You lead the way.
No,
well, for the benefit of the subscribers that I've still got, another nail. And that damn wind is back again. Okay, it's guessing time again. 76. Let's see if I can do this one with one hand. There we go. I've got a new diving mask coming soon. All the way from the States. I forget what it's called now. I think it's called Snorkeling Warrior. Have any of you heard of that? It's about 55 quid, but it's supposed to be a good diving mask with a snorkel built in, and you can put a camera mount on it as well, so I might give that a go. It's more money I've got to spend. Now, let me just show you. The probe is falsing. It's not near anything and it's falsing. So just press the button once and it takes it off. It just takes off the falsing. It's the ground that's affecting it. Lovely probe. I've not used it much yet, so. Oh, it's right in that corner, wherever it is. Oh, foil. Foil. Everything's foil. And Mark's just called me over saying he's got something, and we were just talking about possibly calling it a day because the weather is really closing in and it's terrible. So, right, what have you got? Oh, yeah.
I think it's a co-op one.
Oh, what? A co-op token?
Yeah, 1D.
Yeah. Your odds are better than mine. Yeah, but 1D. I found loads and loads of co-op tokens. Well, that, my dear subscribers, might be all we find today. Especially as we're considering hoofing it back to the car, because this weather really is not conducive to having fun. But there you go. I guess if we're swinging, it's probably about at least half an hour or more to the car anyway. So another 10 minutes and we'll start maybe making our way back.
Yeah.
Oh well. I wish I could get any coin out. I'd like a silver or a gold, but any coin would do me. I've got to beat Mark. He never beats me. But he's winning today. We've called it quits. My camera's packed up. It's my 5th Panasonic, remember? That's just packed up. So I'm using my iPhone. I thought what we'd do to fill the gap into the video is go through a few questions and stuff I've been asked by other people in the past, and I've just answered that one person, so we'll just do a quick question and answer.
Well, it's hard to say because I've not had the Minelab all that long compared to the Deus.
Is it more complicated? I think it is just by listening to other people. I've never used one.
Well, you can make it more complicated.
You can make a Deus more complicated.
Or you can not. You just... I just dig it if it sounds good.
Right.
Even if it's rubbish, I'll dig it.
How long have you been detecting now?
About 2.5 years.
Oh, because I'm about 3.5 now, so... people ask me what's my best find. It's always got to be the same thing, 10 weeks into the hobby. Where I took you to the site.
Yeah.
Of the 110 Roman silver denarius. I hadn't got a clue what a Roman denarius was. And I found this object, which I took a picture of and sent to a friend through Facebook messaging. And he said, oh, you've got a Roman silver. And 10 minutes later I found another one. And they sent a picture through to him. He says, you're onto a hoard. And this is 10 weeks into the hobby. Anyway, it's about 6 weeks later, to cut a long story short, for those of you who heard it before, over about a 40 by 40 metre area, 110 Roman silvers came out, my first treasure trove. What's your best find?
I wouldn't say I've had best finds. I've had...
Okay, most memorable, exciting, or what words would you use?
I've had best finds in different categories.
Oh, okay.
Like first ring.
Oh, now what's that? The ones with gemstones in?
Yeah.
That your missus sold?
No, she kept it.
Oh, she kept that one?
I found it, and then in 10 minutes she owned it.
And for the benefit of people who haven't seen that, within 10 minutes she owned it. Yeah. Are you watching this, Amanda? For the benefit, then what was it? 9 carat? 24?
22.
22 carat.
22. Zircon, stones and rubies.
Wow, I remember I saw the picture of it, that was lovely. Amanda, by the way, is his missus. I don't know if you saw one of my videos where she came out with us, never detected before. She was digging the holes. No, she was detecting the targets and made him dig the holes. and fill them in again. And very first signal, she got this lovely brass, that's an Indian ashtray, wasn't it?
Yeah.
In the shape of a shoe. Very nice. She went bonkers. In fact, I think I got 14 or 15,000 views that video. Well done, Amanda.
But then you get your best find, like your first pre-decimal coin or your first Roman coin. And
now, see, I haven't seen pre-decimals for many decades until I started this hobby. I remember them.
Yeah.
Of course I do, because I'm old enough. But I hadn't seen one for so many years. And then my first silver. Actually, that brings me to a point. My first hammered. When was your first hammered?
when I got the Roman.
Well, the Roman's not a hammered. Well, it is a hammered. Yeah, it is, but not in a traditional sense. We really think of a hammer, don't we, as being like medieval, like 1066 through to Elizabeth and just beyond.
Yeah.
So not including Roman then.
Oof, first hammered. That'll have been about 2 weeks in with my Minelab.
Since he swapped from his Deus.
Second day out, I got a 22 carat gold wedding band.
Where was this? Off the beach?
No, pasture.
Off pasture?
Yeah.
Did I know about this? Did you send me a picture?
The ring.
Oh, that's the one your missus sold, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the one that she sold.
Yeah. Got more money than you thought.
Yeah. And then the hammered I got a few weeks later.
And I was digging every minute signal in that Roman hoard of 110. I think I was probably about 60 or 70, maybe a bit more, into the hoard, going every day for several hours. And I got up this little tiny coin that looked like another Roman denarius. Another Roman denarius. Well, hey, it's a hammered! And it was my first ever hammered, tiny. It was a a James I of England, which is also James VI of Scotland, half grow. It looked like a pineapple on it, but it wasn't. It was the English rose of James I on one side, and the Scottish thistle of James VI on the other side. First ever hammered. Where was your first Roman silver? Yeah, tell them what happened.
Well, I just kept getting bronze.
And that was your first Roman bronze, wasn't it, up there?
Yeah, yeah. Roman bronze, Roman bronze, Roman bronze.
And what was I getting?
Roman silvers.
Roman silvers.
But then I got a really nice.
Yeah, you know, his voice went up a couple of octaves when he called me over and said, Silver. In fact, I've got a video about that where he does a somersault in the field. And there's thistles in the field.
I've just about given up as well.
Yeah, we're just about giving up. And it was in beautiful condition, wasn't it?
Red hot.
Yeah,
Red hot.
One of the best ever. And the same permission as well. Roman intaglio rings. Now I got one when you weren't there.
Yeah.
We went back and he got a Roman intaglio ring and both of us had the intaglio stone missing. They both got the treasure trove. I've not heard any more yet, have you? I think the last letter from the BM was about do we want to surrender it or...
I got one, well, it must have been 4 weeks ago, saying that they've acquired it.
And now that's going to be the Skipton Craven Museum, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so the landowner will have the same letter then. What's been the most disappointing thing about this hobby, do you think?
I just think it's hard getting, well, not hard getting permissions, hard getting good permissions.
Yeah.
And then you get some that spoil it for others.
Yeah, I've had landowners say to me no because of the behaviour of other people, which is disappointing because they don't know me. Once they know me, I tend to have a really good relationship with my landowners. We've got one or two in particular, haven't we, which are really good.
Yeah.
In fact, they've even got permission for us.
Yeah.
Which is good. My most memorable find, Mark, I think, was probably in a place I would never ever have expected, you know where it is, to find it. And that was this lovely Edward VI shilling. Beautiful coin, huge. And it was in lovely condition. We searched there for ages, didn't we, after that?
Yep. Looking
for more. And these random losses just seem to occur in this part of the world. And you can just search for weeks or months. And in some case, many months in this particular part of Yorkshire and just not find anything. My coastal permission is very good.
Do you ever think you'll do a more beach detecting or not?
No. I don't believe the Deus is any good on beach. Now, I know some people will disagree with me. I think the majority won't. I think they'll agree with me. I mean, you've done a Deus on beach, haven't you?
Yep.
Do you agree with me or not?
Yep, rubbish.
You do. Because there is one of the big YouTubers, British YouTubers, the same guy I mentioned earlier on in the video, who, when he heard me say that beach isn't very good, he called me a complete novice and a nutter. And I'm someone who doesn't know how to use the machine properly. Well, I think 95% of people will agree with what I've just said. And it was maybe just to get a reaction from me. I don't know what his motivation was making that comment. But I think most people will say the Deus is not very good.
They're good on wet, dry sand.
Yeah.
Go on wet sand and it just sounds like a disco.
Yeah, yeah. I have to do a dance on the beach next time. Now, as you know, I've got the new version 4 pinpointer, the XP MI6, which means I've updated my coil and remote and headset and everything else to version 4, which I wasn't really going to do. But I did it because Pete from Leisure Promotions very kindly sent me the probe to test on condition that I updated the Deus everything up to version 4. What I didn't know until Gary Blackwell on a video mentioned I watched last week, he said there are 2 programs in the version 4 remote, and you can set programs for version 2 and version 3.4 as those as a basic. So I think it's program 5, might be program 6. I think it's called Hot, and that one is dedicated to what it used to be on version 2. And the next one, I forget the number, is dedicated to the settings and what it used to be on version 3.2. So if you still like any of those programs, once you've upgraded to version 4, or if you're on version 3.2 now and you don't want to upgrade to version 4, you can. Because you can still put your version 3.2 programs in using those 2 default programs and save them to the next empty slot. So you have the benefit of having the programs you're used to on an older version and have the new version. So that's why I've done it. And I'm testing the probe at the moment. I always recommend Leisure Promotions anyway because they support me. If a sale goes through them and their sales office through my recommendation with a code, then I get a small commission paid into my charity account for cancer research. So you see, people like Pete at Leisure Promotions are supporting my cause, and I could do with more people like him, to be honest with you. So maybe you'll help me out, as I mentioned earlier on in the video. He's doing a lot of beach at the moment. Just tell them about your experience with beach.
Totally different to
how different is it between Deus and Minelab? Because you've used both on beach, haven't you?
Minelab, you can go, well, with what I've got, CTX, you can just, it goes a lot deeper. I don't discriminate anything, and I dig everything.
What? You told me, didn't you, about a guy who got a Minelab, I don't know what it was, but he had a pocket full of coins where you were getting nothing.
Yeah.
He does it all the time.
Yeah. Pockets
full of coins.
Yeah.
He knew something you didn't know.
Yeah, and then he showed me what to do. Put me some settings in. Next time I went,
What Minelab did he have?
CTX.
He had a CTX
yeah,
as well?
3030. Same setup as what I've got up.
Right.
Talked to him over Facebook and stuff. Went and met him. Saw him on the beach. Showed me what I want to be doing. Got CTX, programmed it all in. Off you go. And he just said dig everything. You dig lots of rubbish, but
What do you have to get the good stuff?
you pick good stuff up as well, because there might be something small and good under something big and rubbish. And until you clear that small, that big rubbish, you're not going to get that.
But the thing is, his settings, you saw it with your own eyes, it worked.
Yeah.
And it changed the way you do it as well.
Yeah.
Do you have the settings?
Well, yeah.
Not in your head.
Yeah.
Would you give it to me so I can put them in the description for the people who use Minelabs for beach? No?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll see if Mark will give me those.
Lots of digging. Lots and lots of digging.
Well, I think sometimes digging rubbish is better than digging nothing.
Yeah.
At least you're doing something, aren't you?
But it depends on the beach as well. If it's washed loads of sand up.
That's the problem at the moment,
taking a lot
isn't it?
of
It's
sand
too much sand on the beach at the moment. We're now in June, And I think at Scarborough I saw somebody online say there's about 2 or 3 feet, or was it Bridlington, one of the two, of too much sand at the moment, so you're not going to find anything until it all washes off. So a good winter storm is what we need to get the sand off.
But you've got an OE detector as well.
This is what surprised me really about you changing from what I believe is just a turn on and go, which is what your program's in the Deus, and you've had a couple of years with it.
Yeah.
So you weren't a novice.
Yeah.
And then change it to something more complicated and starting again.
I won't say it's complicated.
Well, I've never used one. I'm just going by what I've seen.
Because I just go on, open screen, 4 tones, sounds good, dig it. That's it. Sounds good, dig it. Because you know yourself with the Deus, people go with numbers.
Yeah, I don't take so much notice of numbers anymore. I use sound. That's why I did
And
it.
it's, like you say, if it sounds good,
Yeah.
dig it. Because if it sounds good, and there's no numbers, it'll be deep.
Yeah. I do use audio a lot more than numbers now. In fact, I like playing the game with my subscribers to get a lot of comments about how they like participating in the guessing game of Guess the Tone. And sometimes I even put a little thing in the corner with an option to see if they can guess which one it is. That's what I tend to do. But we can't get it right though, can we? We're still getting it wrong. But there you go.
I think a lot of people miss good stuff because they cherry pick with numbers.
Yeah, now Gary Blackwell gave me this saying, which I cherish, and that is, your spade is the best discriminator. So don't discriminate with your ears, use your spade. It's only a few seconds, a minute to dig a little hole, and that'll soon weed out the good ones from the bad ones. But I thought maybe it was about time to do a little chat like this on the end of the video, just to give you some benefit of my experience, Mark's experience. He's dug with me on a few videos, he's had a Deus, now he's got a Minelab, 2 completely different tools. It scares me. If you remember on the video, I got given a MX Sport from White's in America. I took it onto the beach several times and I just could not get on with it. I really, really couldn't. And yet people found it amazing that I just couldn't get the hang of it. But the thing is, I'm so just focused in now. I mean, the Deus has become part of me. It talks to me in a language that I understand now. And the MX Sport just sounded different, felt different, looked different. I couldn't get it balanced up right, and I found a gold ring first target. Did you see that video? It looked like a curtain ring, but it wasn't. It was a little 9-carat gold ring. And that's all I ever found. I thought my luck was going to change when I dug that up, but it didn't. That's the best it ever got. So changing detectors scares me, and I don't think I'll ever do it. But you never know.
You don't know what your Deus is missing.
No, that's true, you don't know.
So one machine can do this, another machine can do that.
Yeah.
Both do that little bit in the middle, but one will do something there, one will do something there. Because that's the CTX, but I've got a Minelab Excalibur, so I've got 2 Minelabs. 3D.
Defector.
But the Minelab, the Excalibur, that you go, click, and you're on.
That sounds good, doesn't it? Minelab Excalibur, just click and it goes.
If it just makes a noise, you dig it.
So
There's no numbers,
no discrimination?
no nothing.
No discrim?
You've got that.
Is it a PI?
No, you've got it on the. You've got a discriminator. There's like a little tube. You've got volume, discrimination, threshold, volume, and I've got it all set. I was told to set it up by lots of people that use them and are really good.
Because they're good for beach, aren't they?
Oh yeah, yeah. So I've got it all set up, and all you do is you turn it up till there's a hum in your ears, and that's it. When it makes a noise, you dig it.
What have you had up off the beach, wet or dry, with the Excalibur? Because I've got an idea.
What have I had?
Yeah.
3 decimals.
But you've had good targets.
Yeah. First day I went out, I think I pulled about 14 or 15 coins off the beach.
Did you really?
Yeah, yeah. Never used it before. Turned it on, off it went.
Do you think, because he's started just a few minutes ago about asking me would I detect on the beach again, and I said no, not ever. Do you think maybe I should take his Excalibur and try it on the beach? Not Blackpool, because I think unless you know Blackpool Beach, it can be pretty difficult, but I'd be right in saying that. It sounds from the feedback I hear, it's a difficult beach. Maybe use it Filey?
Depends on
Scarborough?
the conditions of the beach. Like I say, you can go one day, and then go the next day, and there'll be 3 foot of sand gone. Depends on your day.
I'll tell you what then, why don't we, when the conditions are right, when you fancy a trip with the Minelab, I come with you with the Excalibur, and we'll do Blackpool Beach together.
Yeah.
And we'll do a video on it and see if it happens. See if I can find anything.
Or Scarborough, Filey. We can do a morning beach when the tide's out, and then go
and then do some of my land permission. That'd be a good idea. He just got himself an invite. Right, okay. Well, I think that's about it. I've enjoyed the chat more than I have detecting today. So if you've got any questions for us to answer, maybe you want some more of this sort of stuff in the future with other of my guests or Mark again, just leave a comment. In fact, what I'll do, I'll put up a poll up in the top right corner for you now. Bing! Would you like to see more bits like this, as well as detecting? And if so, what sort of subjects do you want to cover? Leave that in the comment section. Anyway, it's from me. Thank you very much. Thanks for watching. If you haven't unsubscribed and you're still watching this, thank you very much. If you haven't subscribed yet but you're still watching, please consider doing so. And if you've enjoyed any of my videos, please share them with other people to help my cause. It's for cancer research after all. It's not for me. I'm just a medium to help raise awareness of cancer research. So, that's it. Thank you very much. Catch you later.
Metal detector. Whoa, whoa. Walking the land, he's a treasure collector. Whoa, whoa. Metal detecting and digging lots of holes, looking for anything that's old. New videos every week, so please subscribe.